Let's say that you have logs or flows that you had configured in a particular system to be sent to your curator box, but you don't see them in here. One thing is to see them as we see this one unknown or store, and there might be another video that I'll do later on talking about what those things happen. But another thing altogether is not to see the actual logs in here. Well, is this really being configured properly to send the logs? Is that thing sending the logs? Is a firewall in somewhere in the network preventing those from coming? How do I make sure that my logs are getting through or reaching up the curator box rather? Well, for that we have the tcpdump command, and the syntax varies from different systems, and I'm going to show you how that works specifically in Curator. So let's say that you are expecting that the source IP is 192.168.1.2.1, for example. So you issue that command, and sure enough, we get stuff coming on port 414. But let's say that you are getting in here logs and flows and different things on different ports, and you will only want to see the actual logs, and then they come on port 514. So we do Control C here, and then we can issue the same command, but put an and put destination port (514). So in this particular case, there's not going to be any difference because again, all the traffic we are getting comes from that port. But this is a way I'm going to be making the tcpdump command larger to exercise some of the features that it has. So let's say that you are getting those logs, but also they are coming from a host that you don't want. Let's say that we'll be having this particular host in here, and we want to filter that. All we need to do is put an and not on that host, and that's going to filter those. Control C. Let's exercise another option. So let's say that we want to see the actual payload, not just that there is something coming, but I want to see what's in there. Well, we can use the option A in order to display the actual payload, that one there. But if we use that feature in there, well, this is very hard to read all these lines. So let's actually do Control C and issue the same command, but put the filter or the option X, and this is going to give us the payload in both hex and ASCII in a format that is a little bit more readable, right? As we see here, ASCII here, hex in there. But hey, wait, there's too much stuff. I just want to capture one packet or two packets, and that's it. So we can actually add another filter, another option, which is lowercase c for count, and let's say I only want two packets, right? So if we issue the tcpdump like that, here are our 2 packets, and we can actually see those in better detail. Now, if you're expecting the traffic to get to your curator box from a particular interface, and your box will have several Ethernet connections, several interfaces, you can use tcpdump -D to list all the interfaces that your box has. So let's say that I'm interested in this Ethernet ENS33. So well, we can issue the commands as we have done before. Actually, I'm going to eliminate some of these options here to keep this a little bit clear. We can even eliminate the actual port and get all the ports. And in here, if we put or -I for interface, and we put ENS33, we're only going to get those logs, and in my case they are coming from ENS-E33, so that's why we keep seeing that. But we can actually specify from which interface we want to get those. So let's say that you want to capture a particular whatever you are getting, and you want to understand better why this is not being parsed correctly, and you're going to want to put that into a file. So all you need to do is put the -W for write, and that's the file name. I'm in the /root directory, and you should put that file there. And of course you want to limit the content of it, and here I'm putting just 5 packets. So if I hit enter in here and I cat that test file, it has the content of that traffic here. If you want to display the data link headers of the actual traffic, you use the option lowercase e. And if we see here, we are getting that header, data link header information as well. So I hope this command will help you either debug, test, not debug, but troubleshoot the cases in which you don't see the QRadar logs or flows. It works for both, as you have seen, in your system.